Life is like a video game. Every move you make, every action you take is like moving the game of life. And what if I told you that you can reinvent yourself from the identity from the ground up and play the game such that it's in your favor? In the book Success Principles by Jack, he gives a really strong example. There were two people, both were heading to work, and for the past few days, there's just been a really intense hurricane, natural disaster happening. Media outlet wanted to take advantage of the situation and interview some people. So they literally went up and interviewed the first guy who came off the car, and he was so angry. He was like, why is this happening to me? My whole day is ruined and I'm going to be late for work just like yesterday, and I come back home, it's going to be the same situation. Okay, so that was the first guy. Now the lady interviewed another guy. This second guy was happy. He said that I know the situation is going to be like that. I've even brought some DVDs to listen to music, and I've got a book to keep me company, and I left at 5 a.m. so I know that my boss can expect more of me. The second guy owned the situation. He had so much accountability and ownership. The formula the author gave is response plus event equals to outcome. Event is something that you cannot control. It is in your external locus of control, whereas your response to the event that's happening, that is what's within your control. So if you want a desirable outcome, you need to tailor your response such that it's desirable. So the fact that two people can have completely different feelings to the same event is just amazing. What I'm trying to say here is that when you take ownership of your life, right, everything changes. When you feel so deeply, oh my god, this is like my life. I need to put in effort. I need to work it such that it serves me. I cannot just go the default. When you're accountable for what happens in your life, everything matters. The actions that you do, the things that you speak, the thoughts that you think, the people you hang out with, the kind of work you do, how you're spending your time outside of school, outside of work. Every small thing comes into place and you're able to view the world in a much clearer lens. Just having the feeling of ownership and accountability makes all the difference. After taking ownership, the second part I want to talk about is that you don't need confidence. What you do need is identity evidence. In the past few days, I've realized that every action I take, right, it is a prompt towards my future self, be it a desired future self on. For example, if I chose to show up at the gym today, even though I was lethargic, it is a prompt that says, okay, I want to go to the gym today and I'm doing it because my health matters to me. It is something that I want to put attention, I want to put my energy into because I know that the outcome is what I want, even though the process might be not that desirable. I know it's like a necessary pain that I have to go through. And once I do that, right, once I actually show up at the gym, that's a win. And that's a win that will carry on, as it will follow me, because it is like it's like depositing something into a piggy bank or coin, whatever. This coin, this piggy bank is your identity, and you're collecting evidence. Every time you do something, you're collecting evidence. One way this really helps me, right, is having a 12-week tracker where every time I take the percentage of what I'm supposed to do that week, the overall week will turn from red to green. These are all evidences that, okay, I'm doing what I need to take. If I want to grow on YouTube, I will need to have hours set aside for scripting. I have some time to film. Like right now, it's in the morning before my school starts, so I'm filming before I go to school. And when you have so much of evidence that's built up, right, that's showing proof that, okay, I'm doing what it takes, amount to have so much of self-respect for yourself, because you know that your word holds true. You know that no matter what, as long as you say, as long as it's in your calendar, you will get it done, because it's a commitment you're making to yourself. You know that 3 months time, 3 months later, whatever you're doing right now, right, you're able to shift your reality into someone who has already achieved that things, because you can achieve so much in 3 months. Oh my god. Okay, lastly, something that helped me is routine removes resistance. We've already taken ownership of your life. Having already taken ownership of your life, knowing that everything you do matters so much, and already having built up an identity evidence bank, the last piece of the puzzle really helped me to like really manage this game of life, right, is having routines. Routines is like your default settings. It's like your default systems. Like no matter what, right, you will do this one. Like for example, in the morning, you wake up, brush the teeth. You don't think about it, why? You just do it. It's part of you already. It's like so deeply ingrained in your mind that you don't question it. It's just, I'm just doing it lah. I have to do it. I need to brush my teeth before I go to school. It's your default settings. So rewire your neural wiring and your programming such that it serves you. For example, a bodybuilder, he doesn't need to grind to eat healthily, need to run, to exercise, to strength train, to progressive overload. He does this by natural. In fact, it will be really difficult and uncomfortable and hard for him to do the other things, to eat hard junk food, to rest, to allow his body to slump. So the things that you do, right, it has to be part of your routine already. Finance management is like a huge thing for me. So now by default, right, my routine is that whenever I spend something, I have a Notion tracker, so I'll track it there. And at the end of the month, I'll sit down and review how much if I cross my budget and what changes can I make the next month. This is, in the book Atomic Habits, James Clear actually mentions this onion. If you want to change your habits, right, you cannot just be external. You have to go into the deeper layer of the onion, which is your identity. Habits and routines are actually your identity in disguise. Every time you collect the evidence bank, every time you take ownership of your life, intense ownership that, okay, this is mine, I need to work it, I want my life to serve me, I want to live my best possible version before I pass away, because this life I only have maybe 80 to to 100 years and I want to make the best out of it. And once you have routines as your default settings, right, you're just wired to achieve what you want. It is just gonna be like that. If you want to know how I design my life so powerfully that I'm just so in love with it and it's a life that I never want to escape from, I made a video about here talking about it. And if you feel like my channel resonates with you, please subscribe here. Thank you and I hope I've added value.